What is good, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Hope your day has been going well so far. And today we're just going to be reviewing some Vampire Survivors. So quick backstory on how I actually got into it. It was about finals week. You know, my brain's fried. I don't really want to do anything except like go home and stare at a wall for a couple hours so I can turn my brain off and finally go to bed. But one night I was in the library. Just, you know, studying. Had a Twitch stream on in the background because, you know, you gotta have some sort of background noise going on while you're doing that. And, the particular streamer I was watching actually had Vampire Survivors on. I wasn't really watching it, I just kinda had it in another tab, but I just heard all of these noises and sounds going on. I was like, whatever the fuck this dude is doing in this other tab, it's fucking insane. So, I got to a stopping point at some time, and I looked over, and it was like this top-down 2D, like he was just running around, there were lights everywhere, there was fucking enemies coming at him from every angle, and I was like, holy shit, I have to try this. So, when I got home, that night, I ended up downloading it and going to sleep. Next morning, woke up, didn't really feel like doing anything, so I just booted up the game, you know, just to see what it was all about. And oh my god, it's actually one of my favorite games right now. So, quick intro on what Vampire Survivors is. Vampire Survivors is a kind of roguelike 2D survival game. Really, all you do is just run around and have your weapons attack the monsters. You don't even attack the monsters yourself. The weapons are on auto attack. So when you boot up the game, and one of my favorite things about this game ever, there's no long-winded cutscene. There's no explanation of what you're doing, why you're here. It doesn't waste your time at all. You just pick your character and you get in the game. And I fucking love that. I love when games don't waste your time at all. You just get in there and get to doing what you want to do. I mean, I'm a simple guy. Each character has their, like, signature weapon that they kind of come pre-packaged with when you load in. Whether it be, like, a whip that kind of attacks horizontally, or a fucking pentagram that shows up and just obliterates everything in sight. But the weapons auto-attack. So basically your job is just to stand there or move around, make sure your weapons hit the enemies, make sure you don't die. Simple enough, right? Sounds easy, sounds, you know, mostly brainless. Which you might be wondering, how is this fun? Because there's not that much for you to control in the way of, like, your weapons. All you really do control is the direction that you're walking. And that's because I'm fucking stupid. And sometimes, us chronic dumbasses need a game where we can just turn our brains off and have fun sometimes. Because you can't be playing like a Dark Souls-like game every single day where you need a fucking law degree to understand the mechanics of the game, or like an inhuman reaction time just to finish the first boss. Sometimes it is okay to sit back and relax and do nothing. And I know that may sound crazy, but it's okay to have fun doing nothing sometimes, trust me. Another reason why I absolutely love this game, if there's anything you should know about me, is that I am an absolute sucker for roguelikes. I love it when every game is new and fresh and almost random at times, you know, because some bonkers shit can happen. You just, like, have to find a way to deal with it, and I find that fun. And Vampire Survivors, while maybe not an exact roguelike, it's kind of like a roguelike in the way that your weapon choice or abilities choice is basically randomized each time. So your experience in dealing with the monsters is gonna be kind of different each time you encounter them. The way that the waves of enemies come in on almost every map is kind of predictable, except maybe the green zone, which I think is kind of randomized as to which enemy type you're gonna get. But even still, the way that you approach these waves can change each time that you basically boot up a level. Which brings me to my next point of why I love this, is that there is a good amount of customization. Now, I'm not talking about like some crazy intricate like skill trees like Skyrim has. It's mostly in terms of the weapons and abilities that you can have. So, in the main menu, before you can select any level, you have the option to choose power-ups. You can purchase these with the coins that you have earned over the course of your playthrough in order to customize your next level experience. Most of them are used to enhance your abilities, like Might, which increases your damage, I believe, and then there's Area, which increases the area of attack. And then there's also this ability Curse, which will increase the enemy speed, health, and quantity over the course of the level. So really, it's a way for you to customize your next game experience. And really, I think this helps keep the game fresh and fun by allowing you to decide what abilities you're going to go in with. Within the game, there's also this neat mechanic where you can take a weapon and an ability that kind of fit together well and then evolve them together to make it an even better weapon. Just like the Lightning Bolt and Duplicator. Duplicator works really well with Lightning Bolt because, you know, the more strikes you have, the more damage you can do. But once you get Lightning up to level 8, you can turn the Lightning into a Thunder Loop, which basically hits enemies twice. There's also these two different weapons that work really well together that you can unlock. There's this Dove and this Bat, and both of them kind of do like a bombarding and like a circular rotation. And of course, if you have both of them, you can deal twice the pain. But once you get both of them up to level 8, you can evolve them and make it into this fucking super mega blaster that is basically both of them combined together better than ever. And you can even level up that evolved weapon. I think that one of my favorites is definitely the pentagram and the crown. So what the pentagram does is it basically wipes every single enemy that's on the screen, but it also has a large chance of wiping away the XP and the treasure chest too. So obviously, pentagram works well with the crown because the crown increases the amount of XP that you can get so that you can level up at a good pace, despite the fact that pentagram is wiping away all your XP. But if you evolve crown and pentagram together, it becomes Gorgeous Moon. I think that's what it's called, or Perfect Moon or something. I don't exactly remember all of the names of the evolved weapons, but what it does is that it not only wipes every single enemy off of the screen, it keeps their XP and even replenishes some extra XP, you know, the ones that you've lost before when pentagram wiped it away. So really, you can make a case for any weapon. It really just comes down to personal preference and what build you want to play. Another reason why I really love this game is that it really works for both casual play or if you want to use your brain a little bit more, if you want to sweat a little bit more. If you're like in a coffee shop and you're waiting on your order and you know it's gonna be like 15 minutes before you'll probably get it, you can go on Inlaid Library, put it on normal, maybe hurry mode so it gets done in 15 minutes, put on Arcanas to make it a little bit easier, and bada bing, bada boom, you've got something to do while you're waiting for your coffee. If you're feeling the itch for a challenge, you can put it on Max Curse, you can go to the Bone Zone, put it on hyper fucking mode, put everything on, go on Forsaken, go balls to the walls. You can do whatever. There's a good amount in the game to explore and unlock and experiment with, and oh my god, the fucking dopamine this game pumps into my brain. All like the fucking colors and lights and the XP and the noises and the sounds and the big ass fucking weapons and all of the enemies coming towards you. I mean, it's basically just sensory overload in like the best way possible. And now you might be wondering, yeah, you've talked all about how this game is good, but is it worth the price? It's $3. I mean, really, a really good price for what this game is offering. So I highly recommend that you go out and get this game, even if it doesn't seem like your thing, even if you're like the sweatiest fucking person ever. Every game that you do has to have like a 30-page PDF attached to it with the instructions of how to play. It's just a fun, relaxing game that you can do in your downtime or whenever you're feeling like it. And I think that's all for me. See you guys next time. Hope you have a great rest of your day.